Seaga.
Yeah.
Edward Seaga, enough respect to Edward Seaga, which is a very kind man. Edward Seaga actually fund me like free khaki uniform and them thing there when a year time for school. You know, so.
Yeah.
But if we are going to go off a conspiracy,
Yeah.
during the 70s, them say Michael Manley was leaning towards socialism. And Seaga was more capitalist.
Yeah.
And when we go for find out is Seaga actually American.
Yeah. So apparently
He was born like on a plane.
So apparently, from what I'm hearing, Seaga was like American and also very cool with the CIA.
Yes.
Like super, like practically a CIA agent.
Bro, there is a interview when they were asking Seaga if him CIA, and Seaga said, "Well, I did not speak."
Bro,
with any, you ever seen that interview there?
So if I remember,
I shot the sheriff,
the Bob Marley,
brother.
When I seen that, when I see that, I was like, wait, so the man them said, so Eddie's really a CIA, and he's like, I've never spoken to him.
I've never spoken to
anybody from CIA. I was like, damn, Eddie, they got you.
Welcome to the Dale Elliot podcast. I am your host, Dale Elliot, and I'm here with my co-host, Crooks.
Father. We did that one already.
Regular day, they pan the ballad.
We did that one already.
Wait, no. No, we don't pan the ballad.
Regular day. Jaja. Not a regular day on the ballad. That's wild.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People, don't forget to like, share, comment. It's a new day, new month, new year.
Yep. Themselves for change it to the Two Ballad podcast.
Damn. Bossed podcast.
Hey, you know what I mean? That could be our vibes.
I see you found another barber.
Yes.
I had to find better than this one.
I had to find a decenter barber. You know what I mean?
Can go on.
Yeah, not bad. You know what I mean?
The best feeling when you cut your hair is knowing that you're not going bald.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was worried a little bit at first because, the dreads will have your hair parted away where you feel like it might be a patch.
Yes.
But thankfully it was not. Thankfully. I was like, no way. But even if it was that, perfect time to cut it because I don't want to be one of them.
Hold on to it too long.
Hold on to the locks forever. I know them have to work magic for kind of, the man they have to do the updo because not the right so. So you have to wrap the locks all the way up.
Madness.
Ja. Come on.
Bad things are going on in the world though.
Whole heap of things. You know, mad things are going on with Iran.
America bombed them, sir.
Yeah.
I think the guy, the Ayatollah.
The Ayatollah. Yeah. They got the Ayatollah.
Him low Ayatollah now.
Yeah, man. He's a no Ayatollah.
Hey, let's do it. Let's not laugh at.
Yeah, true. I mean, so it's been years they've been having back and forth with Iran, though.
Bro, I have a conspiracy.
What is the conspiracy?
Just have to think about it. I think this is an energy war. I think
like oil.
All the plays that have been making seems like it's going to be for something bigger. Cause think about it. Trump win, right? China have so much interest in the Panama Canal. All of a sudden, Trump say, hey, the treaty that we had with you guys is not favorable to us now. We're going to take it back. Black rap by the Panama Canal kick out all the Chinese interests. Then bam, trade, tariff, raise all of the price them. Start basically slow down China goods so China can make less money off of US imports.
Yeah.
Bam. Then attack Venezuela.
Yeah.
Attack Venezuela, oil.
Yeah.
So now you just trade route, now you go for oil. Attack Venezuela, now you control the largest oil reserve in the Western world.
Yeah.
Probably the largest oil reserve in the world
Probably
too.
in the world, I think.
But, so you go in there, take out him leader, you have that. Then, bam, El Chapo, the El Mencho.
El Mencho.
El Mencho, the CNG cartel also do them dibble dabble in a like aisle, you know.
Really?
Yeah, like it's like illegal aisle, like siphon off illegal aisle, and
Yo, that's a serious chop still, you know.
that's a lot of money.
Brother, if you sell aisle,
For a chop aisle,
that's a play.
for you have your own like oil, like
Like
a
distribution.
run your own pipe through the government. I take some of the aisle.
That's crazy.
Exactly, and remember that is where Mexico make the fentanyl, but them import majority of the stuff them for make it from China, and that is in a Mexico was where the Chinese did try build up the them automobile thing them for try selling in America, them car factories.
Really?
So
is it that Mexico has been not Mexico? Is it that China has been doing like this Cold War espionage thing forever, and America is just like, okay, guys, we're gonna.
I think everybody
all this.
have like direct and like indirect like retaliation.
Yeah.
Because all of them things look like, all right, bam, you get out the head of the cartel, you dismantle them little bit, so you know say, all right, then them now have the little illegal fentanyl and them thing they for siphon things in America, which also involving illegally getting tourists for enter, not tourists but like terrorists.
Yeah.
'Cause remember you could have run through the Mexico border.
Yeah.
And them control all of that too. So now they must say, all right, protect. Me just mysteriously feel like this have to do with war, because now Iran used to sell oil to Russia and China, are them biggest supplier. So now you block off. Well, Russia have them own oil.
Yeah.
But China consume a lot of oil.
From Iran specifically.
Iran and Venezuela.
Yeah. Oh.
So this basically a mash up like, and then the Strait of Hormuz, where Iran kind of run, where them are closed right now.
Yeah.
That is where more than 50% of the world oil go through this, which is why gas price raise.
Cause it's a lot of, bro, when you meditate, you know, in less than 3 months of 2026, Venezuela out. The president, you know, has been taken.
Venezuela, El Mencho,
and Iran. So we got the cartel leader, the leader of Venezuela, and the Ayatollah.
The supreme leader of Iran.
That's so crazy.
Oh, them get him son, him stepson.
Yeah, everybody. They get everybody.
And them still not done.
I mean, they're still trying to work on them still trying to work on Greenland.
Even that, so that's what I'm telling you, every single thing seems like it's a bigger picture, brother. I don't know if it's an energy war, if it's a cyber war, but
I think it's a mixture.
Cause remember BRICS.
Yeah.
Remember America in like 38 trillion, like the America debt ceiling right now is crazy.
Super crazy.
And BRICS did try move the American dollar off of the gold standard.
But is the American dollar on the gold standard right
No,
now?
not the gold, the oil. So
Okay.
like oil, like the world trades US dollars in oil.
Right.
So America really has strengthened its position to remain that power, because now, remember, you know, Chevron and all them places, them have interest in Venezuela, you know.
Yeah.
Them are gonna really extract the crude oil.
And they're giving clearance to go do that in Venezuela. That's wild, dog. I think one of the major issues, well, not issues, but I feel like the AI war. That's why I say I feel like it's cyber and energy.
AI involved in it.
Because you need so much energy to run the AI.
Exactly.
And if China, you see the clips with how far China AI has like advanced, like they make cool
like,
movies out of one picture.
You say never know. They are right now. China is dipping their AR servers in the North Pole.
Really?
To keep them cool, because I know it take a lot of energy.
Yes.
To keep the servers warm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cause it's like you need massive farms, like server farms, to run that. And I think the major issue that a lot of people have with AI is the amount of like water that it takes to cool them.
Which is why when we drop it in the ocean,
Yeah,
where coal already.
true. Can you imagine if the servers are causing global warming because they are hot up the North Pole?
Me think about that too. But at the same time, if you drop it in the bottom of the ocean at the North Pole, there's no heat down there in no time.
True.
So,
But you could be making that heat.
true, which is what
Which
human
might
do.
be, might be an issue. And we
Eventually.
don't know how that's gonna play out.
Eventually.
You know.
So we don't know what really are going on, because you see, you look on the gas price them today.
Bro, so I'm trying to figure out how is it that we're getting everybody oil and the gas price them still a go up?
Gas price raised because of the Iran thing,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because them close the strait, which is why, bro, you don't realize bomb drop at Dubai.
Yeah.
Dubai and Bahrain and like Qatar and
Yeah.
Iran bomb them,
Yeah. Bomb all the US bases and thing over there.
Yeah, but it's funny because all of them countries that did like I support Iran, like, oh, we don't want no war, and then secretly I say, yeah man, America, do your thing.
Yeah. I mean, so what is because my understanding with Iran is that
I don't think it's about nuclear weapons.
No, I don't think so. I think if it was about nuclear weapons, I think from what I've seen on Iran's behavior, I don't know anything about Iran. And when I say Iran's behavior, I mean specifically the Ayatollah and the powers that be, right? When I see how them behave politically, I feel like if him did have nuclear bombs with it, we would have known.
Oh, them would have used that long time.
That would have been used.
But it's a crazy conspiracy though, because look, Maduro did, what was Maduro? Drugs?
Yeah. Yes. Remember him was...
Come take him up out of come take him up. Just come take him up out of sleep. New Year's Day.
Brother, the man them said them have a replica of him house.
Where they might exercise with like long time.
Like a life size, like, all right. Yes, how him live.
So that mean we know everything about inside the house,
Bro, the man them said them could have walked through the house blindfolded. Them know how much steps it would have take him to get out of bed to the bathroom. How are you how are you doing this? How you have so much information that about? Yeah, man, drugs, I truly bad sell drugs.
Here, this is what scares me, dog. Which is why, them that say, oh, yeah, man, me always hear like, yeah, man, China bad and Russia bad and everybody bad. Russia invaded Ukraine from 2021.
Mm-hmm.
War they still are going.
Yep. To this day. I mean, dog, to be fair, they did take part of Ukraine in almost no time.
Yeah, but that never lasts no time too.
No, don't they still have Kiev?
They
annexed an entire part of Ukraine.
No, bro, Kiev is the capital. They don't have the Kiev. They've taken a part of Ukraine from 2014, Crimea.
Yeah, Crimea. Yeah.
But them did already have that.
So, not really.
No, they've controlled Crimea since 2014.
Okay. But what I mean is that they never take long.
They have made some advances, but that war they're not close for done yet. What concerned me is, all right, so China just see everything I go on and does not say nothing.
I mean, China did say something about
but all right,
Venezuela.
But say something.
Yeah, but them not do nothing. So here's the thing now.
Brother,
I don't think. All right, a part of me feel like what stops Russia, especially China, not so much. 'Cause I don't feel like we know much about what we're going with China.
I think China is more advanced militarily than Russia.
Yes,
by far.
But I think the problem with Russia, especially when it comes to Ukraine, is that I think Russia tried to do a lot of damage control in how it seemed like what they were doing. Like, it was a lot of, hey, we just want y'all to rock with us and not with them. We're trying to, he was making a lot of pleas to Ukraine to just join us so we can just be on our side. Where America is just like, oh no, we're just going to go in, we're going to take that. and then we're going to go and we're going to take that. Like, America don't ask nothing, you know.
I just more confused, dog. Because what me realize, out of those 3 countries, Russia threatened the most.
Yes.
Every week, Russia I tell you say, what them are gonna do.
Yeah.
And having nuclear weapon is a deterrent. You can't really escape. Having nuclear weapon, when me see, mean we are gonna meet up and fight somewhere else.
Yes. Yes.
Because
yes.
you know, like, America will never go to war with Russia.
No.
And then we'll
I don't think they're legal, they can.
And then we'll never go to war with China either. You know why? So Putin have a bomb. Putin have a button. Putin have a button in a film office where when he press that button, it unleash every single nuclear weapon.
So don't they have a
It fire all of them.
Can they have an agreement? But think they have that button there too. Trump have that, like all of them have a button like that.
Yeah,
but them have an agreement to not do that.
Yeah, but boy, from what we're seeing about these agreements, you know,
Yeah. No, but here's the problem. You see, when you get to nuke level,
when everybody are go dead.
yeah, cause it's mutually assured destruction. The mad agreement.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, we know say everything done.
If you launch a nuke, me I go launch a nuke, everybody are go dead. Everybody's going to go. Cause you
World
have
have to
10
start over.
entirely. And there'll just be like maybe 5 humans left. You have 10, me have 30, them have 5.
Russia have the most nuclear weapons in the world.
Yeah?
Yeah, Russia have the most nuclear stockpile.
So imagine, all right, we decide everybody are going to let off.
America the second.
It's like, you can't even really, cause I think that was the issue with, okay, did you see the discussion when President Zellinsky was talking to Trump? I asked for aid against Russia. Bro, that's one of my favorite like political like discussions that I've watched, right? Where it's like, yo, we need some help. We need some
Trump
things for fight back.
Weird badness.
Badness. I mean, it was badness on all sides, you know. I think a lot of people didn't really realize what they were talking about necessarily. It was just like how him a move versus how him a move. But it's like, Zelensky's like, yo, we need help. Trump is like, yo, I can only give you certain things. I can only give you certain things because if we start give you anything crazy, now it's us against them. We can't give you no nuclear weapons on them something, you know, because now it's us against them. Because you're not going to be able to do that forever. So we have to go step in and know that we can't go there. So. But if we are going to give them little something, you have to give it some dirt. You have to give it some of them rare dirt there.
There are no tickets left on the website for the show. What?
Your tickets sold out? You sure sold out?
I haven't promoted this at all.
Which one? The Thursday show?
The DC show. DC, me excited. I don't even know say when I get brand new joke when me didn't even know it's funny yet.
Exclusive.
That's crazy. I don't even know if it's funny. I don't even know if it's funny. Yo, that actually sad. Cause me don't know what me I gonna go do. Me don't know.
Imagine dog just there and say, oh yeah, but whoa, my show sold out. But yeah, it's like the dog I say, yo.
Oh no, man. I said no, man. Regular ticket there, man. Get a DC, reach out.
Me shout out in a DC, in a capital there. In a capital there. Yes, like I say, yo, we can't get nothing too crazy. Cause if we get anything crazy, no, we're fighting them, and we legally can't really.
Yeah, they might
fight them.
A proxy war is them fight.
Yeah, so it's like we have to give proxy things. We can't get no
Bro,
real badness.
My theory is Russia and China have been doing so much things behind the scene, and America is like our time now. Because it look like them clearly did that, brother. Look on the trade agreement them where America have with China. In no way, shape, or form, it was fair, you know.
No. Not at all.
At all. Like, even Panama, America fund and help create the Panama Canal, you know.
Yeah.
And then China, they end up owning like 85% of the shipping companies and lanes were passed through it.
And them just low it. They're just like, all right.
I would just low it for so long.
Make you go and make you do your thing. You know what I think it is with America? America gets viewed as this like big bad so much by
They
everybody.
are the bully though.
They are a bully. I wouldn't say they're the bully.
No, they're the bully.
I think they're the bully now.
I think they've always been the bully. Tell me a time when America was never a bully.
I mean, before America.
America has been...
No, but consider how old America is compared to Russia or China. Bro, China is millenniums years old, you know. You're talking about...
And Russia.
And Russia. You're talking about...
Yeah, these countries are super...
Thousands of years old.
Yeah. America like what, 300-400 years old?
Yeah, America just forward compared to Russia and China. Realistically, when you meds it, America shouldn't have so much tax.
That can be
on seniority.
But you have to understand. To me, brother, Britain passed the torch to America. You know.
They're British.
I feel like England basically said, all right,
they're British.
we can't deal with this now. Go and go do your thing.
That's literally what happened.
That's literally how it works.
Because they're like, guys, we need some taxes. Yo, we're not paying no tax.
You know what?
All right, I'm not doing nothing. We care about sending out, because we have to go send man on a ship across the way.
Come fight this now. I'm your cousin.
Do nothing. If you don't feel like said niceness over there, then fine.
Let's give away our money. We do this, brother. Britain was the world power
for the longest.
From brother. Britain.
How long was when was the British Empire?
The peak of the British Empire. All right, Britain Jamaica from 1645.
Mm-hmm.
That's from when them owned Jamaica.
Yeah.
So basically, we can say from the 1600s all the way up to 19 something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 400 odd years, you know.
The British Empire. Early foundations. This is just like a Google, whatever. 1583. Sir Humphrey.
To 1940. To 1960. Brother, Jamaica get independence 1962.
Yeah. Yeah.
Canada still in a Commonwealth.
True.
Canada.
So Canada still a part of Britain.
Australia is still a Commonwealth country. New Zealand.
That's very true. 1497, John Cabot.
Bro, we still don't have our own court. We still got Privy Council. Thank God for free cartel.
Yeah, right? Big up. But we still don't have our own court. Okay, 18, 19. Yeah, so hundreds of years. And that's just the empire. That's not the...
Remember that the sun never set upon the British Empire, you know?
No, it just changed. I mean, technically, if you go far back enough, they're the Roman Empire. If you go far back enough.
But technically, brother, history always repeats itself, you know?
Yeah.
Every single empire crumble based off like two or three different things. Inflation.
Yeah.
Because they don't print too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Inflation, fighting too many wars on multiple fronts.
Yeah, so you wear your resources too thin.
Over expand.
Mm-hmm.
This year alone, we see America bomb Iran, Mexico over here, so, Grenada over there, so, Iran, Venezuela down there, so.
Yeah.
Just go everywhere.
Just
go do
running the place.
Taiwan.
Yeah. Them
China
and
Taiwan.
Them been going at it with Taiwan forever.
Brother, that's why I say, I don't know, brother. Geopolitics kind of just weird. I feel like, wait, hello. Like us, we little man, we literally just living a freedom world, you know.
Yeah.
Y'all tell me right now, me cannot plan my whole future right now. Me cannot say me want go to school, learn, good, and then bam. Kayo. Remember, you know, Habibi, come to Dubai. That mash up now.
All of that done.
Go to Dubai, go do what?
Bro. So imagine you there Iran Monday. You just try to go school and you just try to do your thing. And now the whole school tear down.
Brother, I'm there road with our youth. We come from Dubai.
Okay. Bro, me have a bridging yesterday.
Man, I said, damn, him can't even go. So I said, him no, me can't go home. So I say, yo, so you want to go home? Him no? No.
No, but
Me actually happy.
But you know, the option.
The hotel my brethren them staying, I get bam.
Bro, my brethren, me have a brethren that's Persian.
That's really Iranian, yeah.
So me see him yesterday. I'm like, bro, did you talk to your people? Then he's like, yeah, all the internet and all the communications is down over there. So I haven't even spoken to anybody.
But the crazy part about it is there's a lot of people in Iran that's actually happy.
Yeah, because so what I'm finding out, based on what him tell me, is that I'm not sure when the Ayatollah.
So there was a king before him.
Yeah, they used to have Shahs.
Yeah, so apparently with him, I watched this thing on BBC, and people no can fact check me because they love cuss me off.
Yes.
But in the 70s, the people did basically against him regime.
Yeah.
And
the king?
Yeah. And there was a whole heap of bloodshed and them thing there. And apparently it is said, him son said, say, yo, him father decides, listen to me, if him are the king and them don't want him there, him can't rule through violence and him leave and them go exile in England.
That's what I said happened to Selassie as well.
So him just left.
Yeah.
And when him left, the Ayatollah take over. But now apparently them are asked, the people them are Iran, because there is no leadership there now. No.
Yeah, no, it's just all chaos.
Yeah, but
right
them
now.
still are bomb people and but apparently them say there is network set up for replace the Ayatollah fast. But every time I go up X, it's like the man with them replace dead.
So I think based on, I never said all of the speech where President Trump make, but I think that's a part of I think that's why it's not set up yet necessarily. I think they want everything to play out, so them just run out of replacements. I think just okay, so who's supposed to go next? This guy? Perfect.
Got him.
All right, so if it wasn't him, is who? Who's the next 10 people in line?
Because we make sure that this not work.
Yeah, we'll make sure that all 10 are gonna go. So we're just going to take them out one until they announce who going to run next, and then we get that person.
Here's what I think will happen. The generation that in Iran right now, more westernized.
Yeah.
So them want certain freedoms.
Yeah.
So when me think that happen is there is going to be a rebellion, and then there is going to be a coup, and then America basically go put the leader who them see fit.
Yeah.
It's been happening all the time.
That's been what them do.
You know, you get out Saddam, you put a puppet leader. You get out Gaddafi, you put a puppet leader. You know, you get out Venezuela, you put a puppet leader. You get out what that man the name was still at jail now, Noriega, you put a puppet leader.
I mean, but what else do you do but put a puppet leader? Cause otherwise, when you bully it like that, you can't wait for somebody else for.
Cause even in Cuba, before Fidel take over, I think the guy the name Baptista or something like that was an American puppet leader. Where him did basically just do America say anything, them just do it. And then Fidel take over. And then America try everything in them power to kill Fidel. Because, you know, and make us start be honest.
Yeah.
Seaga.
Yeah.
Edward Seaga, enough respect to Edward Seaga, which is a very kind man. Edward Seaga actually fund me free khaki uniform and them thing that when a year time for school. You know, so but if we are gonna go off a conspiracy, during the 70s, them say Michael Manley was leaning towards socialism. And Seaga was more capitalist. And when we go for find out is Seaga actually American.
Yeah, so apparently
he was born on a plane.
So apparently from what I'm hearing, Seaga was American and also very cool with the CIA.
Yes.
Practically a CIA.
Bro, there is a interview when they were asking Seaga if him CIA, and Seaga said, well, I did not speak.
Bro,
with any. You ever seen that interview there?
So if I remember,
I shot the sheriff.
The Bob Marley.
The Bob Marley.
Brother, when I seen that, I was like, wait, so the man them a said, so Eddie's really a CIA, and he's like, I've never spoken to him.
I've never spoken to one.
Anybody from CIA. I was like, damn, Eddie, they got you. And then he died like 2 months later.
And then him dead, right? Him dead a little bit after.
Perfect timing.
He might pitney way younger than me, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Edward Seaga probably have right now maybe like a 10-year-old child.
That's low-key kind of crazy.
Yeah. Because
so crazy.
Seaga dead around, if I'm not mistaken, maybe like 16 or 2016 or 2017. At that time, him did probably have like a 3 or 4-year-old youth.
Wow. Let me see.
What year did Seaga dead? But that is the same, we follow patterns that governments get overthrown all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
But me just remember it being Michael Manley lead towards socialism. And
2019.
2019. Mm-hmm. So you can see what is his youngest son. How old is Edward Seaga's youngest son? This is going to be hilarious.
Is Eddie Seaga. Hear me Eddie him up. How old is Edward Seaga's last child? Edward Seaga's youngest daughter was born in 2002. She's approximately 24 years old.
Youngest daughter?
Yeah, youngest daughter.
Then you not show nothing else?
No.
All right.
Pull up the wiki.
This is the beauty about fact checking, you know.
Pull up a wiki. Children,
yeah,
4 children. And then I said, where's the wiki now tell me?
But, all right. See what I say?
But even just being 24.
24. So, the socialism and the capitalist thing, the same, when Michael Manley them did I get funding, Cuba did I help we out, and that's how Jose Marti, the school did bail, and part program when them did start feed people. When Michael Manley did have to go to the IMF, and IMF say, yo, you can't build this amount of school, you can't only do this, you can't only do that. And majority of Jamaica did work with it. Yeah. But then, me always hear them say myth, and it's too much documentary where them say, oh, the CIA purposefully, well, not even that, me know all man. Me know a man right now in them 80s and 70s say when them a pitney, politicians used to drive through them neighborhood.
Yeah.
And park up and trail a load of guns, they just a gear out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take them gun
here. Man said that.
Take them gun here.
Yeah.
And I say, yeah man, me take 5 for myself. So it's not like it's a thing.
Yeah. But this is why I always say that once you're not corrupt, you can actually help the people. Because a man was trying to help the people. He was feeding the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the powers that be took him out and then replaced him with corruption, essentially. So it's not that socialism can't work, it's that the powers that be don't want it to work.
Yeah, but here what me have to say with that is probably the good about it.
I mean, I don't know the bad that Michael Manley was doing.
But we can't say we don't know the bad where Seaga did do either.
True.
Because you can't tell me, say, from me a little pitney brother, from me know about Seaga, you know, dog. Tivoli Guard never shot at nothing, you know.
True.
If your neighborhood labor right, there's a reason why
labor
brother. Labor right loyal bad enough. Yeah, tell us something. Hey, let me tell you something. Yes, it.
Hey, I don't think in Jamaica bro, you're not getting more loyal than a shower.
Let me show you how loyal that shit is. It was 77 confirmed deaths in 2010. Election get called 2011. They still won that seat. They won that seat.
God, fill with people them good.
They won that seat. Now maybe less people vote.
Yeah.
But
that's probably why they won.
There is something to be said. Brother, from me a little pitney, me one time here say, when Bustamante did a run election, Bustamante promised the people rice and flour. And during Michael Manley thing there, Man, them say America did purposefully try to overthrow the man so bad that them stop certain imports. So the man them used to strategically have the ship, a wharf, park up with all of the things them where Jamaican people need. So me I hear say in the 70s, you see when you buy all a bag of rice, you have to take 3 toothpaste with it. And
oh wow.
Yeah, so things used to people, if you don't know about it, enlighten me darkness, but things used to like married together. You couldn't buy something without getting something else. Because things used to be so scarce. Wow. So you never hear about all the Green Day massacre?
No.
So apparently in the 70s, there's a politician that invite all of the bad man them from his neighborhood. Yeah. Like all of the famous gunman them in Jamaica. Yeah. Them invite all of them and put all of them in a one truck and say them a carry them go get new gun.
And just don't have to worry.
And when them reach where them a go, I think somewhere out in Port Royal or somewhere out there so. Yeah. Them reach to a firing squad and he kill all of them.
Wow.
Kill all of them. So them wipe out like majority of the gunmen from them days there.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Were these the same? Was this for them gunman them?
Yeah. Remember, you give a bag of man gun. Like you can't go control all of them in the dog.
True. Cause if you not continue feed the dogs them, you know? Huh. That's crazy. So all right. So do you feel like if given a proper chance to strive, okay, do you think Jamaica could function politically without the corruption we have now?
One, I don't know. I can't speak from a perspective of if is there corruption.
Right.
Because I not really did it.
Right.
But me know there was corruption. And me know right now if Jamaica corrupt, it not as corrupt as it used to be.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. For sure.
For sure.
That not happen.
Yeah.
But me feel right now in Jamaica, I probably just not in my place. I know like me, it's like how I feel like me live in America. I pay tax in America. Mm-hmm. If me don't like sitting,
you can fully.
Yeah, cause that shit expensive and but me feel like some of the time when me don't want to fall in at the trap of you have foreign people in the dark where it's like them are going like them more Jamaican than the man them will live at Jamaica and I go through it.
Yeah.
Or I say, yo, why you not just go do this and when we now I've been removed from the economy.
Yeah.
From friggin' 8 years now.
True.
So when me remove myself from the economy, me a benefit from it.
Yeah.
But me no in it I live it. Me a add to it.
Yeah.
And me a benefit from it.
You're benefiting from, I would say, like the cultural perspective.
Yeah. Me a benefit from the cultural impact of Jamaica. But me can't right now tell a man at Jamaica say where him at the wrong and because at the end of the day,
I don't know.
My light bill different from yours.
True.
And my situation different from yours.
True.
So
very true.
Where politics concerned, me can't even go say, all right, then me feel like them for do this and them for do that because such and such. When me not really
they for know.
You know, like for instance, how much a light bill at Jamaica cost? Me can't tell you so the blood clot. Me know tell a man.
Tell you.
Exactly.
True.
So for me, depend yo JPS.
I them think a JPS I go out with, you know, why JPS I move so. It's like I don't know what JPS
exactly.
doing.
I don't know if me don't know if the opportunity had changed. All me know when I go online, me see nicer car. So that means that when me know say there has been some from the things that when me notice about Jamaica, when me think change from when me there Jamaica to now, is it look like there have been more access to capital in terms of loans. Because there's a lot of new cars in Jamaica.
True.
Yeah, so now we see Porsche, we see Lambo, we see Rolls Royce, we see Bentley. So we see nicer car.
Yeah.
Which means two things. Either man buy them cash, whole heap, our banks have become
more
lenient to loans. What we know ridiculous though is the interest for house. That ridiculous to me. Like about 10% interest right now for
What?
if you try get a 30-year mortgage at Jamaica right now, 10%.
Damn. Wow. Housing.
No man, it ridiculous, man. No man, it ridiculous, bad. it a regular ridiculous. It.
Oh yeah, man.
So,
oh Lord.
So when me there foreigner, me I say, yo,
8% to 12.5%.
Anytime when you see closer, just go up to the top.
Just go to
so
the
just
top.
know say at 12 to 10.
Cause nobody not again no 8.5.
I have to put on
Jane
10%.
Bank offers mortgages for a low at 3 to 10% and home equity loans roughly at 8.5%.
Bro, the interest for borrow,
Up to 35 years.
it's not cheap.
Jaja.
So when me I look upon it, if America give you more access to capital, but America still, it easier to get money for borrow over yourself.
Yes.
It can't easier at Jamaica. And then you tell me say you go pay back 5 times more. So you can't tell me say to me right now, if you're between the ages of 27 to 40, it's like, how me I go own something? You tell me something can't go own nothing then.
Bro, so I mean that kind of looking almost the same for America too. Like it's just looking like that's the vibe around the world.
Yeah, why I still not think of the same.
Why?
Say me get a job in America when me at 20, right? And my job pay me 80,000 a year. 75.
Yeah.
75,000 a year. Me work at W9.
Yeah.
Which means, me get back tax returns a year time, me have a child, me live somewhere, me live at like Florida.
Yeah.
Me on a state income tax, certain things look cheaper. Me pour in on my 401k,
Yeah.
me get health insurance through my job. So every year, me get to save $7,000.
Right.
Every year, me put in on my savings $7,000. So that would be, if me work 75 for the, if me work 75,000 for 12 months, you divide that by 12 is 610. So that's like more than $6,000 a month.
Let's see.
Roughly like 6,000 a
More
month, or 6,500 a month.
Let's say 75.
Yes, divide 75 by a thing there. How much money a month is that?
6,200.
6,200.
Yeah.
All right. So say me get to save maybe like $750 out of that every month. And then now
For 12 months.
12 months.
So 750. $9,000.
All right. So say me save $500 a month.
Yeah.
$500 a month, 5, 12, 60, $6,000. So me save $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
And me do that for 10 years.
Yeah.
Me have $60,000.
Yeah.
Bam. Me can now finance a property. One, we have first time homeowners, which is where you put on 3.5%, or you can do a conventional loan, which is where you put on like 6.
Yeah.
So bam, that's your down payment. Now, me have $60,000 and me have W9 tax return. Me can now go finance a property of, say me want to go Texas. Me can go finance a house where big enough where 10% of 600,000. Me can go find a $600,000 house.
True.
And me put down me 60. Me put on 3%. And then get so me can put on up to 10% of the house there.
Yeah.
Or, so me can get a property.
True. But I feel like that's getting more, me don't
is-
know, but
it
it
is
seems like it's
getting-
getting more difficult now.
It is getting more difficult because we have the access to debt.
Yeah.
But me just a breakdown where that can look like if me save $6,000 a year
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah.
Which if you save $6,000 a year for 10 years can be super hard for people. But when you say saving $6,000 a year for 10 years, you live in America.
Yeah.
That sound hard to you?
It,
Be honest.
it doesn't sound hard.
It can be. It is possible.
It's possible.
It is possible to save $6,000 a year.
Yeah, but that's also like if you're, if all goes well in a way.
All right, but guess what? That $6,000 could have been you put $6,000 in the S&P 500 and that's you save.
Yeah, true.
And then in the 10-year, you're not gonna have 60,000, you know.
Yeah,
you're gonna have like 700,000, you know.
Yeah.
Because your money are compound. So you can save $6,000 a year. Even if you try to save like Google, if you invest $4,000 a year in the S&P 500 for 10 years, how much money you would get?
Let me ask Terry.
That's why I like when we have them conversation here, people, because more I want to understand there's ways.
How much is it?
If I invest $4,000 a year into the S&P 500 for 10 years, ask how much me get after 10 years.
After 10 years, how much would that be?
Well, if we assume an average annual return
8 to 12.
of 8%, which is roughly in line with long-term S&P 500 averages, after 10 years of investing $4K annually, you'd likely have somewhere around $58,000 to $60,000. Of course, markets vary, but it gives you a ballpark figure.
How much would that compound to?
That growth is thanks to compounding. Each year, your contributions add to the total, but the real magic is that your returns also generate returns. In other words, not only does the initial amount grow, but the gains keep snowballing. That's compounding in action. Time and consistency make your money multiply.
So $4,000 a year is roughly how much?
It said you'd likely have somewhere to $58,000 to $60,000.
Four
tens is 40.
4 tens is 40. So per your $40,000, you're gonna end up with like around 60.
Yeah.
And that's up on the lowest end. The S&P 500 have been giving people 13%. So you just a save $4,000, you know. You just a save $4,000. Remember say a 6. How much would it say? 7?
7, yeah. 7. What would it say? 750.
Yeah. Ask what if it was 7? That's one extra $3,000 more. You're gone in the hundreds now.
What if it was 7,000 a year?
For 10 years.
For 10 years.
If you upped it to $7,000 a year with that same rough 8% average return, after 10 years, you'd likely be in the ballpark of about $100,000 to $105,000. More invested, more compounding magic.
All right, so bam, $4,000. $4,000, you can go buy one house with value like 600,000. So they're hard. I think it can be easier here because putting a 10-year goal on a house might seem far, but if you start from your 20,
true.
You know,
I think it's also like, what are you trained? You know, like because sometimes it's hard for like even consider them thing when you not get no guidance towards it.
Yeah, when
a lot of people don't have no guidance.
Bro, so my time I just survival where I think about, you know.
Yeah.
I think about survival, but that was just the breakdown for sure. Like after 10 years, this is what we can buy.
Yeah.
But if we are gonna say there's probably a program like that in Jamaica, and if you're in Jamaica and you're watching, please let me know that program because everybody have stocks and everybody can invest in a stocks.
Yeah.
It's just how does one save to buy a house that's $40 million? So $40 million, you need 10% of that to buy the house. So you need $4 million.
Yeah.
A $4 million salary for the year in Jamaica, divide that by 12.
4 million divided?
Yeah, because you want to know how much that's for the year. So if you make $4 million, you make $25,750 for the year.
Okay.
Now, how much people at Jamaica are get pay $4 million for the year? $4 million for the year, a whole heap of money in a dog.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
If you make $4 million a year at Jamaica, yeah, a whole heap of money that.
Yeah.
Now, let me know if a whole heap of money that too, because I don't want wrong. You know, ask ChatGPT or one of them.
What's the average salary?
What is the average salary for Jamaica's working class per year?
What is the average salary for Jamaica's working class per year?
In Jamaica, the average working class salary varies, but a general estimate would be around $8,000 to $12,000 per year for regular jobs. Some broader averages suggest closer to about $16,800 annually, but lower estimates for some sectors can range between about $5,500 to $9,500 annually. It depends a lot on the job type and whether it's in a formal or informal sector.
What is 12,000 US in Jamaican?
Like 2 million.
Right now, $12,000 converts to about 1,878,000 Jamaican dollars, based on the approximate exchange rate of 156.5 Jamaican dollars per US dollar.
Bro, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And if you have to sell a house for 30 million, like, it's going to take you a while to get there. It's going to take you a while to get there.
A while.
Because even if you have a good job at Jamaica, and that's a 400,000 a month. If you work 400,000 a month, brother.
Yeah, make good. That's a good job.
Yeah, make 4.8 million a year.
Yeah.
A good work that at Jamaica, brother.
Yeah.
Wait. People, let me know if a good work that, because, you know, we don't live there.
Yeah.
But this sound like a good job.
Yeah. I mean, even according to the GPT just said, like, that's 4 million.
But that's way above average. That's you making 30,000 US a year.
Yeah. Which is so crazy, because you can't survive on that in California.
Can't survive on that really most
places in the US. What's the poverty line for America?
I think 15 grand or 16 grand.
What is the poverty amount for the US?
In the US for 2024, the federal poverty level for a single person is an annual income of $15,060.
Yeah, 15,000.
Okay. For a family of 4. Okay, never finish.
Yeah, but me just say that to say, when we live here, so it will be easier for one.
True.
Than for just do it from yard.
Very true. Very true. So with all the things we are going right now, what stock you feel like people should take advantage of with everything we are going?
Really and truly, me, probably anything will have energy.
Right? Like all the oil people and the
if Texaco, all of them things that gonna raise.
Yeah.
But you know, it can be so funny that it don't even move, because everything might, because people that expect for stocks go down, because right now, if you is an airline company right now, your whole year mash up it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Fly Emirates right now, if they ever public, you know, fly go where? Fly where?
United Emirates are ball right now.
Brother, airlines is going to take a beating this year.
Yeah.
Because remember, you know, what do you one bunch of flights we go to Mexico have to cancel, you know?
Absolutely, immediately.
So you think all of them advertisements they always see about Bugatti and Habibi, come to Dubai. You can't pay me if you go over there, so no.
Dubai was just looking cool, like
a
month ago.
Tourism mash up for over there, so. But what might happen, what can be beneficial now, is we might see a lot of in-house economic stimulation, because I don't think for 2026 is not a good international travel year. I
don't think so. Not from what we're seeing.
Not from an immigration standpoint, from a geopolitical standpoint, tan way there.
Yeah, man. Don't even vacation. They even just
You want to go vacation right now? Go Miami?
Yeah,
Go Vegas?
road trip.
Yeah, right now from what I see, it look like a that gonna happen this year. Right now, me feel like my prediction is we are gonna enter an era of, I think Trump supposed to, there's going to be a new federal, like the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, him term a finish.
Yeah.
And and apparently Trump supposed to replace him with somebody who more favorable to interest rates. So that means interest rates are going to go down.
Okay.
Which means loans are going to easier to get. And more people are going to have incentive to go get loans. So economy are going to stimulate more. And with where going internationally, the man don't really want to go nowhere. So money are going to kind of stay
Here.
and circulate. So a place like Florida, we just abolish like land tax, housing tax. Them just like abolish
it?
Yeah, they about no more.
Are they trying to incentivize people to buy houses in Florida?
Me don't know. Me don't know why them do it. Even I think over here, so I don't think Governor Newsom, I think he might probably try run for
Another thing.
president.
You think so?
Yeah, I think over here, so I'm switching up for go too, because them start where them want to do back for Hollywood the film, and them start push that again. So
Yeah, they might try to incentivize a lot of things over
exactly.
here.
So I feel like a whole heap of things are switch up to where we need to now start figure out how we are going to position ourselves to be winners and not losers. We can hop on to the thing like last minute.
Yeah, true.
Me even feel like the social media a change up in a way.
Absolutely. I feel like it's kind of been doing that in a way too. Only because I think everything has gotten so political that is like everything political. It's like even the social media.
You know what's funny, dog? Me not like politics, but it amazing how the older you get, when you're younger, you've never seen the importance of this shit.
None of it no make sense to you when you're young because you're just trying to, you just want to watch cartoon or whatever you want
Exactly.
to do.
Now you realize, say, yo, them man they fight and a $6.48 me just pay per gallon for me gas.
Yep. Because them man they are fight.
Because them man they are fight when have nothing to do with me, my gas gone up by 65 cents per gallon.
Yes.
People, when me break something down to you, when me little, 65 cents per gallon. I just said.
I just 65
Let me
cents.
tell you something. That a move me gas from $95 for full me tank to now $128, $130.
Yes. Them few little cents there where it's just like, it's not even $1 so that they're going for. Look at 65 cents, that's not even.
That don't move the needle. Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Wait till you're looking at the needle. You're not looking at the needle right now.
You know, realize nothing.
Brother, when you, all right, what mash me up? You said during the pandemic, when I try build a second computer, bro. Right? I build one computer just before the pandemic. Brother, you see, I build a computer there for like about $600. Build a bad machine where I can play some games and produce and things, right? A streaming machine. So I said, I want to build a next one. Brother, you see the same $100 graphics card remote I buy, that $100 graphics card now is $400. Right?
Same one, you know.
And bro, I'm like, no, but this don't make no sense. Why? They're like, yeah, there's a chip shortage. And I was like, what do you mean a chip shortage? Wanna make the chip them? Why is they make more?
It's the same thing.
Bro, you see, I'm gonna do the research and they must say, yo, what's going on is that China have the rights to all of the mines and is not giving America access to the mine. And I'm like, so them thing you want?
And I will not understand how that affect we, the little man, where they done so.
So because them have the dirt and we can't get the dirt, on a quadruple the price for my chip.
brother, every single thing have something
Some kind of trickle down effect.
behind it.
It's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy.
Same thing with the friggin' uranium and cobalt with what go on in Niger and Congo. And me I say, me just over here, so. Why this a bother me? Why me?
Why is it affecting me? Like
Why this a make when me I do?
I mean, it's also trippy to me that people are like, when you really broke it down to the smallest and you're like, man, people are really like taking over countries and things for like dirt and oil. Like literal dirt. Just we don't have fancy dirt and we need that dirt there. And we'll burn down this whole
For that dirt.
city for that dirt there.
And now, when me used to pay $250 for a plane ticket, just know that $250 there, because the companies, they must make money, you know.
Them have to make back their money.
So now, travel like brother. Gas, remember a gas run plane, you know?
Yes. And a lot of it too.
Way more than we put in our one car.
So it's like, but I mean, we have to say like how that plays out. You know what I think we're a bit crazy? I think the international flights are gonna be almost like local flight prices. I think the two price them going to match up because I think the local price them going to get expensive. I think flying from like LA to Miami going to be expensive, but flying from LA to like Dubai going to go lower. If you get what I say.
I think them going to still make it expensive. I think the opposite are going to happen. I think them are going to make domestic flights cheaper and make international flights more expensive. Because of the world's so unstable right now.
Yeah.
Me not think them want them citizens really. I feel like people need to spend money, yes or no.
But that's why I think the prices are gonna be lower. I think they're still gonna want people to travel to, you know, cause them have the international plane them. So them we still want that. But are people gonna want to go?
Yeah, they might just make it more expensive. People are paid.
No, man, I don't think so. I think with somewhere like, you got to see a crazy price to want to go to Mexico right now.
Yeah, but it cheap, right? But
yeah, I'd have to say, oh man, flights to Mexico right now is $75. All right.
Yeah,
sure.
because nobody now go there.
Nobody now go. But a flight to Texas might be $300.
Because everybody I got Texas. But I think that is how them price things now.
Yeah, true.
Really?
True.
So if it go switch up, make us see. Cause I think Dubai is a very busy route.
It is.
So,
but is it still? right now.
Well, I know nobody's going there now.
You know, so a flight probably dirt cheap right now.
Yeah, but
if you can get one.
That's another killer. You got to raise my pay if me and the pilot there. So y'all come talk about blood clot fly cheap. Who are gonna fly the plane?
I did not consider
so
that.
You are how much me I gotta pay them flight attendant there for fly over Iran? Who? You talk about flight cheap. Who?
I did not consider that part.
You gotta have to pay me my whole salary for the year per trip.
Make us see. All right. Dubai.
How many flights? Let's see. How many flights are going to Dubai right now?
This is on one of those. I know I promote them because I feel like that's free ads.
Yeah.
But this is one of those ones that like search all the flights for you. All right. So from LAX to DXB. All right. Let's see. This is for April 1st. A flight to Dubai. The top one says $807 and then $620, $1,000, $900, $900.
That's so normal. That's so like wait.
Was it what it normally is? All right, let's see how much to go to. No.
New York. 4 bills. For the first of April?
For the first of April.
Oh, cheaper. Probably $350. One way.
260.
Yeah.
175.
International,
right.
Domestic travel cheaper, I know.
All right, let's move it closer. let's move it close. Let's say we want to catch a flight tomorrow.
If we go New York?
If we go New York.
Oh no, 550.
Yeah, man. 585, 685, 695. All right, it's about 6 bills.
So that's. You want to know why I do this? I mess up a lot of times with them shows and book flights late.
Yeah, man. That's very true. That is very true.
You can me sit down right there so and book a flight for left tomorrow.
If you
or tonight.
If you want to go Dubai tomorrow.
4,000, 3,500. You probably cannot. There probably isn't a flight going there.
No, but you can.
7,500.
4,200, 5,200. The cheapest one is 3,000. 3,058.
All right, you're there the part of the plane where I hang off.
Yeah, man. Is this Emirates? Which?
That's not Emirates.
This is Ethiopia Air to Dubai.
All right, that's not. So basically,
yeah, $5,000. $5,000 are the cheapest. Well, average $5,000 are the cheapest. Yeah, go.
All right, go tomorrow.
Go tomorrow, and come back Friday.
So there is flights going there right now.
Yes.
$5,000.
Imagine paying $5,000 to go to Dubai tomorrow. And you don't live there, like to just pull up there.
First of all, you're not reaching tomorrow. You're reaching if you left today. You look for one 14-hour flight, dog.
14 hours.
On a plane.
That's. I mean, thankfully, United Emirates are good thing, right?
Yeah, but me not trust no plane a fly over there, so no. So I say, how much you have to pay the pilot?
Very true.
Because you can't tell me, say, a whole region destabilize, I pay my regular pay now. Me need emergency. Me need lifestyle pay. Emergency lifetime pay.
This is facts. This is very much facts.
A big risk me I take.
Jaja. So I say gas. So you know say invest in a gas and them thing there right now.
Yeah, me that tell a man invest in a gas, all energy stock right now, me think. Me that put money now. Me that invest in a gas, me that invest in the company that will provide the machine for the gas.
Yeah. True. Everything surrounding that.
Oil.
Yeah.
And gold.
I feel like gold is always like safe investment though.
Gold is only a safe investment when everything else seem like it a go to shit. You just
go now.
Yeah, but you move it. Gold is always temporary.
True.
So it's like, show how the US are doing thing right now, bam, buy some gold. Bitcoin of the foolishness right now, buy some gold.
So people have some people just have like gold bar in them yard, like when they buy gold. Just
no, but I think if you just
how you invest in a gold, like you know just buy gold.
Yeah, there is like different like stocks on the thing where you say, all right, you want to buy this amount of gold.
So I can't just buy gold, like I can't go somewhere and buy like a brick.
Yeah, if you want, and put the yard, you can do that. You can go buy a gold bar downtown right now.
Yeah.
Or you can melt down if you have gold in your yard right now, you can literally, brother, I have a little gold bracelet and buy for $4. I know me can
melt it down.
Melt it down right now and get that money to it.
Let me see. How much for a brick?
A brick of gold?
Yeah.
You know how expensive that is, dog? Like a gold bar?
Yeah, no, like couple thousands.
Maybe like 70 or 80 grand. Depend on the size. What is the like custom gold bar? I don't know, but it's expensive bad.
How much for a gold brick? A solid 400 troy ounce, which is approximately 12.4 kilograms.
More than 100,000.
Is valued at over 2 million.
That's far.
You were way off right
I
there.
was way off.
Smaller, more common investment bars, including a 1 kilo. The 1 kilo is
1 key.
Yeah, that's
how I'm thinking in my mind. 1 key.
Yeah. The 12 this is a troy ounce, a 400 troy ounce. But the 1 key is 166 to 178. And a 1 ounce bar is 5,400 to 5,600.
Yeah, but a 1 ounce bar is very, very.
Yeah, that's like a coin practically.
It's very little.
Yeah. Imagine pay 5-6 grand for a coin.
And gold probably get more and more expensive.
It does.
No, but
does,
gold prices fluctuate, so it might go down back.
I feel like it really kind of fluctuates just with like the dollar in a way. Like, I feel like gold kind of stay the same in a way.
Gold is the real currency where everybody use.
Yeah.
When I say that, as in gold, no matter what, brother, the man with the most gold is the wealthiest.
True. But you know what's so weird about gold to me? I think as humans, we just decided that we like shiny.
Yeah, but also too is the best conductor, everything.
It's the best conductor. But I don't think we like it for it being the best conductor. I think we just like it because it's shiny. I think we just like shiny things, bro.
We like shiny things, but we definitely use gold
for things.
Like there is so much things where we use where gold in it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that because there's other precious metals, you know.
And people are like eat gold, you know.
Yeah, but you can't. Alright, for instance, titanium, strongest one.
True.
But we can't bend that. We can't
really do nothing with it.
Silver and gold are the two number one. Silver, gold, copper.
Yeah.
We use them thing there. We them thing there literally everyday life.
Yeah. All of them things they involve.
Yeah. Steel too.
I think steel is probably the most
used.
Most used one. Cause just refined iron.
Yeah, iron will melt and
it's crazy that iron is like in your body.
Yeah. Like that's a pill me can take. Me can go take iron. Like my body not feel right if enough iron not there.
And is the fact that it's the same iron is like crazy to me.
Same iron from the friggin' chart.
Yeah, it's the iron that in your body. Like you can eat iron.
And if you're cool, because you don't have enough fight. Yeah, that hurt you. You don't have enough.
You don't have enough iron. This is because of iron you lack.
Then give you iron tablet.
Jaja. Iron tablet crazy, you know. Iron tablet is crazy. What's going on in a Babylon there?
Big things are going on in Babylon, brother.
What's going on with Cuba? I feel like you know more about the Cuban situation than me.
I think I need to catch up on it, you know, but I think it's the same thing. Younger people want a different situation than what them been have over the years. It kind of hard for suppress a population now, you know, dog.
True.
Due to social media. You know?
So I think that. So do you think that social media, especially in the Western world, has? I mean, everywhere, but especially in the Western world, do you think that is what kind of? I don't want to say brainwash the people, but all right. For example, there's an argument that I've heard some like Rastas have pertaining to like
friendly takeover of Cuba. It's crazy.
Friendly takeover? Wow. Like I've heard Rastas make an argument, certain Rastas make an argument about Solomon, right? About King Solomon and Ethiopia, saying that, you know, Ethiopia gets credited because it was never conquered, right? It was never conquered physically. But their argument was that Ethiopia got conquered spiritually. Ethiopia
was just not conquered on paper, if we're being honest.
No, but that's what I say. It must say it get conquered spiritually in the sense of you had a regime and then you bought this girl and now that regime they kind of switch up.
Who was the girl?
Queen Sheba. So now you had your God that you pray to and your religion in this place, and then you meet Queen Sheba and now you're more open to other religions. She changed that, right? So now it's different, right? It never get conquered, but now it's different. Do you think that is what happening to somewhere like a Cuba, where now that you can see what go on in the rest of the world, and you're like, I want a PlayStation too. I can't get a PS5 and them something. So I can't post bad picture on Instagram and them something. Why I can't be like that?
That is where I am now. Brother, every country I go through something, you know. So we live here right now. But the way of the media stay in a for them country, we are got like what we not talk about in our country.
Yeah.
Them probably over there say, see, America go bankrupt, cause see they know, if there's a school shooting, if there's something, so everybody have something. But where I catch them is that America most of the time are the first movers. So
Yeah.
like America invent and have like social media and everything. Everybody normally follow. So just imagine you're there Cuba, all your cousins them run away, them go to America, them buy a house in Miami, them a live good.
Yeah. And now you're there like
You there Cuba and you know so you have 30 minutes of Wi-Fi for a day and they carry them all where you keep on off your work pan.
Yeah.
Your medical health good so them a make you no live long so you go suffer for long because you can't see nothing. No, we're not saying nothing bad. We're not gonna say nothing.
Big up Cuba. Make us know if you're in Cuba watching right now, let us know.
Which is very, very unlikely.
Very
but
unlikely.
it would be great.
Let
if
us know
I
your
would
experience in Cuba now.
I've been to Cuba.
Yeah?
You know?
What's it like over there? When was this?
I go Cuba 2018.
Okay.
19.
Okay. What was your experience?
So
there
bam them thief my luggage first thing.
It's not looking good from the beginning.
Pretty,
Yeah.
but carry them super old.
When you say super old,
Super old.
2018.
No, super old. We're talking about 1940s, 50s.
Wow.
Lada. Remember Lada?
Yeah.
Be a Lada there, Cuba.
You know they still make those?
Well, them there, Cuba.
No, I mean, I don't think those new ones are in Cuba, but they're still making them.
Maybe
Probably.
the new one them there, cause Russia still have trade with Cuba.
Yeah. And them say friendly takeover.
Friendly takeover. The reason why I can frame it as friendly takeover is because the younger citizens, and that's the thing, dog. Young people change regimes.
Absolutely.
Like, so old people lead it, but young people change it.
Who was, what country was it that, would I talk about it before? It was like a social media, war.
Ibrahim Traore. Him basically take over Burkina Faso right now. The man about 35.
Yes.
Young people are change regime, and the thing is because everybody has seat.
Yeah, that's true.
If a man has seat, so now you see video them, you see people them on the street in Iran. I say, yo, we want change. You see people them, which other country? Romania? There was a coup there in Europe, you know. When it's like the man I try ban social media.
And that one that I asked about, and them revolt based off of the social media.
Some big revolt. Me I try, I hope I think of Romania.
Romania. Because we had spoken about it.
We talk about it.
Social media revolution. Country? Nepal. Gen Z social media revolution, where the youth utilize platforms like Discord, YouTube, and Facebook to organize massive anti-corruption protests, ultimately forcing the government to collapse and prompting the prime minister's resignation. Damn. Imagine using Discord and YouTube to take down the regime.
Imagine that's now the norm.
That's how we do things.
That is
now.
how important information is that.
That's true.
You remember the uproar where people did have with the George Floyd situation?
Yeah, true. I mean, it's also like, I think social media especially is granting a freedom of assembly that it's hard to stop. Like, you gotta like cut communications in a way to like get that control. Because once you can stop people from organizing, you can kind of crush down all of that.
Which is why China have them own WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And Russia have them own thing. Because they must say, yo, you can't make people at China and people at Russia see how American live.
Yeah.
Because you don't want what if them go like it.
Yeah. True.
Because
like,
them places have more, as much as we like it or not, America don't have as much order as them places. You know?
Facts.
Anyway, where a man can go drink and junk and decide for be
whatever I want to be.
Hey, a man I go want to work with that, you know.
True. Very true. I mean, I always believe that America sleeps on the fact that they're able to like complain how they complain. Like to be able to talk against the government is a crazy thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you can go. I don't think you can be in China.
Bro, it's a privilege. It's a privilege.
Me not like what Xi Jinping I go on with. It's like, brother, you would string up.
It's a privilege.
And it's a super, super rare privilege too. If you can complain, publicly complain, you're going to go up on social media and go, bro, remember the guy where tell Andrew about his mother? Remember the guy who tell Andrew about his mother, bro? And by nightfall, them are flinging him in one chuck?
And a video him and say sorry.
Bro, what?
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, he hate Trump. Don't
Hate. It's like, oh yeah, you can say that with freedom of speech.
all when me not agree with what that man think them. Do you think I'm a boy?
Leave me out
Leave
of
me
it.
alone. I just live here. You're world and I'm a G. Me just live here.
Bro, that's some serious business, man.
Yeah, man, you know. When in 4 years done, me can say how me really feel.
Yeah. So why must so?
After
You have to wait, you know. Till that, bro. Do your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you're out of there, I can be like, but no. Hey,
Bro.
do your thing, I'ma do my thing.
So I must say a clip. I don't know if I AI or what, you know. I say a clip with one of the man. I say, oh yeah, with the plans that he's have, Trump is gonna win again in 2028. And I was like, it doesn't
It
work
stops
like
here.
that. It doesn't work. Does it work like that? He's like, oh no, there's loopholes. I was like,
No,
oh,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think so either, but there's a lot of things I didn't think. You know what I mean?
But I don't think so, man.
I also didn't think every other week we was going to like take down another major leader in something. Brother, it just turned March, you know.
2nd of March.
The Ayatollah, brother. Did you ever think you would get up one day and them say, yeah, we done the Ayatollah?
Brother, me not like from there foreign, them man they just pick off Iran people like, one by one. Remember Soleimani and World War III, Soleimani and
Yeah.
Trump first bombing me now.
Yeah.
Trump get out that man.
Immediately.
And then remember what the other man them drop the bunker bus bombing now.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately.
Done.
So it's from when I realize dog, America just take a set for Iran, yeah, man. Like at this point Iran just stop.
Iran, stop.
Iran.
I think I think if I was Iran and all of this cool down and it done, I'd change my name back to Persia. I feel like they should go back as Persia.
Cause right now,
I don't think you are associated with what Iran was. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of them want to. I mean, a lot of Iranian people that I meet say that they're Persian.
before them say Iranian.
Yeah, like I've never met somebody and they went, I'm Iranian.
Them might just not agree with the regime, but you know, brother, people are national pride.
Yeah.
Will never change.
I mean, to be, I don't know if I would want to identify as a country when I
change Jamaica to something else and see how much people are gonna be like, what? No, me a Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican.
And a man I got dead behind that.
But here's the thing too. Why would I want to be that when Jamaica is one thing, Jamaica is one thing. But when we weren't the Jamaican empire, Persia, like remember what Persia is,
Mm-hmm.
And them Sparta did a fight,
One of the biggest empire them in the world. At one point was like the America of them time there.
Yeah, they're one of the greatest like empires to exist.
Mm-hmm. Persia, Ottoman, Roman.
Yeah. So for abandon all of that now and like be Iranian, I feel like I get it.
Yeah, but the empire was so big. Remember, you have to include all of them.
A lot of
You have to include Qatar and the UAE, all them places are Persia too.
True.
Brother, all like Middle East are Persia.
This is true.
All like Middle East are Persia.
It was wasn't it the Muslim takeover that changed all of that?
Yeah, the whole era there, brother. Iraq, Israel, Iran, Qatar,
Yeah.
Bahrain, Kuwait, Lebanon, Persia.
All of that are Persia. True. Very true. But hey, if you can take that back, if nobody else know how to be Persia, you know.
Yeah, step back that name there.
Just step by that name there. Yeah, the guy that called it Iran, that we done with
I'm
it.
gonna promise you, would I hear about some new war? Because why you do that?
Why, bro? I'm Iranian.
You gotta hear a man and say, oh my, so, hey, big up on yourself.
True.
People, this is a good episode. I really like this episode. It feels very informative.
A nice geopolitical episode.
You know, madness though, Fred.
Yeah.
Big up Crooks with the new cut.
People, what do you think? What do you think?
It's better though.
Yeah, way better. I had to go to a real barber. I had to find a Jamaican barber.
Him not laugh when they carry the trim. When they say, yo, this is the trim.
No, I never. Him did already know. Yeah. He already knew what it was. I said, yeah, mommy, I got the... So here's what I was worried about. Bro, you see, while... I remember when I tell you the other brother just like a pick.
Yeah.
Bro, you see when him goes like, ah! I was like, yes, this is what I'm looking for. Right?
It's a pain.
Pain. Black hairstyles hurt. You know what I mean?
Pain.
Bro, you see when, like, while him cut me here, me hear the dog say, yes, Crooks. At the start this, I was like, oh no.
Start at what? The ball,
Bro, in my head, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to come here like every 2 weeks now. Huh? Like he got me. He's
yeah, man.
Like, yeah, man. It's at the start. Like,
brother, me trim every week.
every week? Wow.
Yeah, right now, me do a trim. and people, this probably look smooth tuner, but I'm at the barber this weekend.
Yeah. Wow, bro.
Hair grow back so fast, brother.
So fast. And my hair already grow fast.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I have locks, me know me hair grow fast. So now me just have to, me hair even have to just shit I grow faster now.
Gotcha.
Forget. Yo, people, big up on yourself. Peace Crunch, Captain Crunch, and
Punch, Peace, and Jiffy Beast.
and Jiffy Beast.
Yeah, that's the bad one, man.
Punch, Peace, and Jiffy Beast.
I'd put that on like a bumper sticker.